chasing the top 40 weekly countdown America's hits, 1970 to 1988. Journey through the weekly positions for all the top 40 songs charted in the USA from 1970 to 1988. Music has a profound ability to transport us. A single song can trigger a flood of memories, a surge of emotions, or a connection to a specific time and place. For many, the weekly American Top 40 Countdown, hosted by the legendary Casey Kasem, was more than just a ranking of tunes. It was a cultural ritual, a shared experience that bridged generations and united listeners nationwide. Welcome, music lovers, to a time capsule overflowing with melody, rhythm, and cultural touchstones. This book isn't just a collection of weekly chart data. It's a chronicle of a golden age in music, spanning July 1970 to August 1988, as reflected through the lens of the iconic Billboard Top 40. This book is a testament to a personal journey that began in 1972 when I was 13. It all started with a serendipitous encounter one Sunday night. A small transistor radio hidden under my pillow opened the door to a new world, the enchanting realm of the American Top 40. Specific memories stand out, like the Eurovision winners Mo Fidelis with their song Aries T, Touch the Wind, or the infectious rhythm of Kung Fu Fighting by Carl Douglas, perched at the top of Casey's year-end countdown. This was around 1974, and from that moment the countdown became an all-consuming passion. The passion soon extended beyond listening. Every week I eagerly await the release of record surveys from Chicagoland radio stations like B96, WBMX, WCFL, WDAI, WeFM, WLS, WMET, WXRT, and WVON. Some local record stores hold a special place in my heart, such as Pope's Jewelry in South Chicago, Cruisin' Music in Brighton Park, and Wax Trax Records in Lincoln Park. Became my hunting grounds. They had surveys thoroughly documenting the week's hottest tracks. Other larger record stores like Rose Records, Sounds Goods, and mall stores also offered surveys or reprints of the Billboard Top 40. The thrill of acquiring these surveys, meticulously filling notebooks and computer databases with chart positions, and witnessing musical trends' dynamic ebb and flow, fueled a lifelong fascination with the Billboard charts. It was a treasure hunt, a race against time to capture the essence of each week's musical landscape. I was an office clerk for a law firm in downtown Chicago during college. I had a surprising perk, first access to one of the lawyer's Billboard magazine subscriptions that came through the mailroom. This weekly music Bible opened a portal to the world of chart-topping hits and books on the charts. I stumbled upon advertisements for chart compendiums, like the Holy Grail, the Chartmaster's Rock 100 authoritative Billboard Top 40 ranking by Jim Quirin and Barry Cohen book. This magical volume, initially 1956 to 1975, promised a treasure trove, the top 100 songs for every year of the rock era, from its birth to its present day 20 years later. Thus began my decade-long quest, fueled by the Rock 100 and its brethren, Joel Whitburn's chart collections. From record stores to outdoor tent sales, these books became my constant companions, guiding me in building my ultimate 45 RPM record collection. They were more than just references. They were maps leading me to the soundtrack of my life. This dedication continued through the late 1980s, when radio stations eventually ceased supplying surveys to stores. Thankfully, the fire never dimmed. With the Billboard Hot 100 continuing, I moved into collecting cassettes, CDs, and MP3s, and eventually streaming the hits. The advent of Record Store Day in 2008 rekindled my love for vinyl, reigniting my connection to the local independent record store scene. New records bought at Beverly Records, Beverly Phono Mart, Blue Village Vinyl, and Shuga became additions to my cherished collection. The data meticulously compiled in this book has grown into a comprehensive archive. It encompasses over 35,000 song positions, chronicling the rise and fall of 4,200 top hits by 1,400 artists across 940 weeks. Within these numbers lies a narrative, the story of a vibrant era in music history, a story waiting to be rediscovered. Prepare to embark on a nostalgic journey through the Billboard Top 40. You'll delve into the singer-songwriter phenomenon, the soulful sounds of Motown and Stax, disco and new wave, the rise of guitar heroes and hair bands, and the birth of hip-hop. We'll revisit the anthems that defined a generation, the one-hit wonders that captured our attention for a fleeting moment, and the timeless classics that continue to resonate today. This book is more than just a reference guide. It's an invitation to relive a musical odyssey. Let the charts be your compass, and let the music transport you back to when the radio dictated the soundtrack to our lives. So, put on your headphones, crank up the volume, and get ready to sing along and dance. Rich Gardner, MediaMan, PopTopTunes.com, June. This book is dedicated to my wife and son. Let the music play. Note: the book contains information about songs, including the artist who performed them, their title, the date they charted, and their position in the top 40. For example, the first row of the first page shows that the song Back Where You Belong by the artist 38 Special was released on February 18, 1984, and debuted at number 40 on the chart. The song stayed in the top 40 for 8 weeks and peaked at number 20 on March 24 and March 31, 1984.